Okay, welcome to the second video in the Extemp playlist. In the last video, we talked about what the basic rules of Extemp are, and in this video, I'm just going to be going over what an everyday tournament experience looks like for Extemp, for those of you that have never competed in a debate tournament before, or just never competed in Extemp. So, let's get started. The way that Extemp works is that it's normally located in a large room, a gymnasium, maybe even a cafeteria, auditorium for the most part, and that's because normally you have a lot of people doing Extemp and you need a large room to host all of the competitors. Again, this isn't always the case and it depends on the tournament, but for the most part that holds true. So here I've drawn out kind of what an Extemp setting looks like, and yes, it's not the best drawing, but the way that it works is that you'll walk into the room and there will be chairs, seats, maybe benches, desks, bleachers even if it's in a gym, and there's going to be one big stage. So over here is where competitors would sit. So once you walk into the room, you'd put your stuff down, your laptop, your legal pad, your pens, whatever resources you have, maybe sit near your team or sit alone if that's how you prefer, and then you would put your stuff down, and the first thing you do once you get into the Extemp room after you've put your stuff down is you go and look for your pre-assigned speaker order. Normally this will be up on postings that might be on like one of the walls, but basically your pre-assigned speaker order is what number you'll be speaking in the room of your competition. So if you're third speaker, you'll speak third in the room of, let's say, 6 people, and normally at most tournaments you don't watch other people speak. So once you have your speaker number and your order, you'll be well prepared to get ready to begin competing. And at the same time, you're obviously going to want to set up your laptop, your pens, your legal pads. If there's internet, you're going to want to connect to the internet. And once you have everything ready, you're basically just chilling and waiting for the competition to start. With that being said, let's say you're 5th or 6th speaker and you're wondering, what do we do to kill the prep time? Because if you're 5th or 6th speaker, you'll have to wait 20, 30 minutes before you can actually draw so that you can speak on time. And my advice would be just surf the news and don't do anything disruptive that could get you disqualified. It would be really dumb to get disqualified before you even got a chance to compete. Okay, so you're sitting here, you know your speaker order, you're set up, you're ready to compete. What happens then? Then they call you, they'll be like, second speaker, please come up. And you'll walk over to the stage. Well, stage, bench, whatever table it is that has the topics on it. There'll be envelopes for each competitor in each section, and you'll simply just get your envelope, open it when they say and they tell you to, and pick 3 topics out, and these topics are the ones that you're going to be giving a speech on, and you'll pick one topic out of those 3 to give your speech on. You'll walk back, and then you'll prepare your speech. Preparation-wise, I'm going to go more in depth onto how to prep inside of other videos, but what you need to know is that, again, go back to the last video, you have 30 minutes to prepare and 7 minutes to speak. So ideally, once you get your topic, you'll walk back, start preparing, and sit on your laptop for maybe 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes. And after that time is up, you'll stand up, recite your speech for 10 minutes, and normally there'll be halls or extra space inside the room to recite in. Some people or some tournaments might even let you go outside of that room in order to recite your speech. And after your speech is recited, you're going to exit that room and be taken or have to go to the room where you're supposed to speak in. So at some tournaments, you'll be taken to the room. At some tournaments, you'll need to know where that room is in the beginning, which is actually pretty important because getting lost right when you're trying to memorize some type of intense speech can be quite disheartening and really throw you off your game. So you're going to want to know where you're speaking as well. So once again, as a recap, that's basically what life of an everyday extemper looks like inside of a debate tournament. You walk into the room, sit down, lay out your stuff, know your speaker order, go to draw your topic, go back and research, and then you go back and go give your speech.